Today we'll be talking about how to verify solutions with the TI-nspire. Today we'll be talking about how to verify solutions with the TI-nspire. There are two methods. The first method involves storing values as variables and then typing in the given equation or inequality or system of equations or system of inequalities. And if all true responses are shown, then what you tested is a solution. If you get any false responses, what you tested is not a solution. The second method involves just typing in the equations, but substituting in the numeric values that you solved for to see if they are actually solutions or not. So over here in method 1, we're going to store some values as variables, and in method 2, we're just going to substitute those in place of the variables. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at is the equation 3x minus 4 equals 11. And so we have two solutions to test. We have x equals 12 and x equals 5. So in my calculator, the first thing I want to do is I have started a new document, but if you haven't done that, you want to go to the home screen and you want to select 1 for new document. It typically will ask you if you want to save the unsaved document, and the answer to that question is no. So I'm going to add a calculator page, and I'm going to store values. I'm going to store x as 12, and then I'm going to store x as 5. I can only do one at a time though. So x, and I'm going to store it as 12. To store it as, I use this control button and then this button with the little squares on it that's next to the catalog button, the colon equals. So I have x colon equals 12. And now, anytime I use the x variable, the calculator is going to understand that I mean the value 12. So I'm going to type in 3x minus 4 equals 11. 3x minus 4 equals 11. And I get false. What that means is that 12, which is what we had stored for x, 12 is not the solution to this equation. So now I'm going to store x as 5. And I can do that in actually a different way. I can start with the value of 5, and then I can store it as, by hitting control variable, and that is going to, this little arrow indicates it's going to store as whatever variable I type in next. So I'm going to type in x. Now I have x stored as the value 5. And I'm going to type in 3x minus 4 equals 11 once more, and I get true. So that means that 5 is the solution to this equation. And we could solve it algebraically by adding 4 to both sides of the equation by the addition property of equality, leaving us with the remaining equation 3x equals 15. And since 3 and x are combined by multiplication, division will break that bond. So I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 3. 3 divided by 3 cancels to 1, and 1x equals 5. Now that we know what the solution is, we know that it's 5, we're going to test it with method 2. Method 2 is the algebraic method, and it can be done by hand or in the calculator. By hand, it would be done like this: 3 times 5 minus 4 equals 11. Since I solved for x and I found that x was 5, I substituted it back into the equation for x, and then I'm going to evaluate, find the value of this left side. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 4 is indeed 11. Since that is a true statement of equality, it is the solution. But I'm going to go ahead and show you method 2 as well. So we're using the same equation, we're testing the same two solutions, but we're going to be doing it in a different way. Instead of storing a value as a variable, I'm just going to type in the equation and substitute the values in. So 3 times, using the open parentheses, 12 close minus 4 equals 11. That is false because 12 was not our solution. When we solved algebraically, we found our solution to be 5. So when I substitute 5 in for x now, 3, open parentheses, 5, close, minus 4 equals 11, I get that true statement of equality, letting me know that my numeric value is a solution to that given equation.